Yo, I'm Bill from Team FYB, and I'm going to give you 3 tips to hopefully improve you in any TCG, whether it's Pokemon, Digimon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, you name it. Hopefully these skills will help you improve in your deck building. The first one I want to start off with is knowledge. Knowledge is key to life, just as well as it's key to victory. So the first thing I want you guys to think of is meta decks. Meta decks are the decks that you aim to beat. The decks that you might have trouble against. Tier 1, Tier 2, these are the decks you want to beat. The next category is popular decks. Popular decks tend to be decks with a large fan following. Decks just pop up, they don't do all that well, but they could catch you by surprise. For example, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's a deck called the Blue Eyes White Dragon or Cyber Dragon. These decks have large fan following, and they might pop up at any given event, and they could catch you off guard. The second thing is access. Do you have access to a locals so you can get practice in? Do you have access to cards to help with deck building? Decks I have access to are decks that you have access to. It's well and truly cool to build the next meta deck or the next big deck and decks that you're working on. But think about the decks that you have access to. There's no point in playing a half-built deck and chucking in a whole bunch of randoms just to make it 40 cards. So consider that when you're deck building. Moving on to our next part is instant win cards. These cards give you the win. That's the whole point of having instant win cards. These cards are key to your deck to make your deck unfair when they go up against you. And on the flip side of that, key cards set out. What cards are stopping you from winning? So think about your ways to beat those cards. And the third and final thing I'm going to throw out there is practice. It's a grind to be the best. But if you keep practicing, you're only going to improve. You're going to understand card interaction and how the game is played. As you're playing, you might stumble across a new tech card that you go, you know what? That's pretty good. It's so good that I might add it into my deck. Knowledge, access, practice, all 3 things interloop with each other. It's the circle of life in the TCG. This is Bill Mans from Team FYB. We aim to be the best in the AUS, and we game so you can too. See you next time.